So in this video, I will be talking about primarily how to get a animated 3D, sprite animated 3D in Godot and get it loaded into an animation player. So that's what I'll be talking about in this video. I'm Zan, the Daddy Dev. I also buy the moniker title Penning on the internet. And yeah, this is the vlog to finish, I guess. I'll be talking about two things also in this video. Number one, definitely talking about this. And then number two, I will be talking about content, as I've been just going through some thoughts about like YouTube content in general. Ooh, that is pretty. I mean, pretty-ish. It could get better. It could get a lot better. That's what we're working on. So, okay. So number one, the reason, how did this all happen and how did this all start? So I was trying to create 3D space controls, and I ended up discovering how to make a 2.5D game from the Godot Wild Jam. That is how my mind works. That's how my life operates. After that, me and Securus, if you don't know him, is pretty prolific in a couple of games he's done with Godot, and the community, a lot of people in the community actually respect and know him. So we ended up started talking about how to apply some of his techniques from 2D and actually using it in 3D, and that's why we have this video right now. Thank you, Securus. All right, okay, so the other issue too, if you can see this right here, let me run the game really quick, is the reason why we're trying to figure this out is simple. There is, as it's taking forever, if you can't see it right here, there's her shadow. Her shadow is literally a effing box. I'll even play the game a little bit. Whatever. Hey, come on. Okay. There you go. Oh, the animation isn't on. That's great. But anyway, again, as this is kind of like, you know, early build stages, you can see this is kind of annoying. Oh, great. She's going to moonwalk. As the shadow does not reflect her. I mean, it's kind of cool to have a giant box for a shadow. Maybe that's something I could do. But if I want to create something more dynamic, something that looks prettier, I'm going to have to figure out how to do shadows. Unfortunately, I can't do it the way it is. I'll have to use the animation player. And before I can do that, I have to set up the animations in the animation player. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the walk cycle. Oh, and just in case you don't know, this is my walk cycle right here. I rendered it out in a program. I'll talk about that program later. You can ask me what that program is in the comments below. If someone does, I'll tell them. And after I rendered out these images in that program, then I put them in here to basically work on this animation. Now, what I've done here with these renders is that, you know, each one of these is a frame in here. And if I go up, down, see, that's how the animation is playing. What I want to end up doing is I want to take these animations and I want to have them loaded in the animation player. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to hit the keyframes here. Make this a little bigger. I'm going to hit the keyframes. All right, can we get out of this? I don't really need to see all this, but okay, it is what it is. All right, I'm going to start finding keyframes. There we go. Now, I'm going to go into my track player here. I'm going to go in the first track here on 0. Drinking water. I'm going to hit keyframe right there, and that should start the process. 0. Okay, and then I go to the next one. Now, what ends up happening, in case you hit the same one twice, you'll put that bar right over there. You don't want that bar. So Control Z this. What I want to do is I want to go up, and there should be no bar. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now, I just made a huge mistake already off the bat. I don't want to load the animation itself, because do I not? I'd rather load the frames themselves. So let's delete this. Let's start back at 0. And let's make sure we get the frames. Get frames. Great. Good. All right. There's the first frame. Second frame. And the same thing should be true. Uh-oh. Let me make sure that 0 that out. Go back down to 0. Boink. Yes, create. And again, when I move to the next frame, go back to 0. All right, hold on. 3, 2, 1. Create. Yes. Okay. Again, when I move to 0.5, if I do the same thing where I hit this and it's the same one, I'll make the line, the bar, whatever. We don't want that. So Control Z. I'm going to go to 1. Bada boom. Yay. Okay, next one. I'll just keep going down and doing this. This is going to get a little bit boring, so I'm going to jump cut to the future. Now, one thing that I actually am doing this video like a third time, the big mistake, and I forgot this from animation class, is to check your animations so that you know if they're doing okay and you don't have to like reset like I did. Oh man, I do a lot of redos. But once you get used to these type of workflows, it starts becoming easy, and this should be less time consuming. At least that's the goal. Oopsie. All right, let's see. You're gonna get another jump cut. Here we go, jump cut. Okay, this is going pretty fast. So I want to talk about content for a little bit. I am still actively doing the Rakugo stuff. That's coming, okay? One of the things I've been waiting for is Jebediah to make better documents, and the documents are up. I am going to do a devlog of official Rakugo devlog maybe in a week or so. I'm just planning it out better. Unlike my regular content that's kind of just like this, the vlogs for Rakugo, I want them to be more professional, and I want them to be a lot more clear and have a point, and so that takes us a little bit more time of planning. That is my goal with the Rakugo stuff. So it's one set of hey man, can we? Okay, there we go. All right. So that's one set of type of content that I'll be making. Another type of content that's coming out, I would like to translate more people's stuff for quid pro quo. I would like to, just exchange or barter maybe favors, because favors aren't taxable as far as I know. And I would like to do that. Let me test this really quick. That's looking good. Okay. And so there's another developer. This will be second developer. Actually, the first time I helped translate was a studio. No, not the animation. This next time is just helping a developer translate their game. Basically localization. So I'm going to be doing this let's localize type of videos where I help developers who don't have a lot of money and make really nothing on Steam, to be honest. Don't make enough money from their video game development. I'll help people out, for glory and fun for right now. So that's coming out, making some content with some lovely people in Russia right now, which is really cool. And I love how the internet is, where I can make something with people in Russia, or help them finish their thing in Russia. Help them finish their thing from Russia. That's on Steam. Another type of content I'll be making is some game design stuff. This came from the Godot Wild Jam. So the first video that'll be coming up will be related to how do you teach a player how to play the game. Also in the Game Dev Underground community, talking to developers there are developers there that wanted to know how to do this. So I think it's a topic that it's timeless. Extra Credits did some great videos on it. I'm going to put my 2 cents on it with a good example. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, so that's that. All right, get ready for the next jump cut. It's coming. It's coming. Okay, so I've got this down to 26 minutes. Is that 26 minutes? Okay, so I got this down to 26 frames. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to tie this off. I'm going to change it from 19 to 13, and I'm going to see how it plays. Press play. And I think that's pretty good. Now, the other thing, too, is that instead of changing time in the animated Sprite3D, you can change the time here. I've actually sped this up to 4 times. I think that's a pretty good walk. I could go like slower, like at 3, or it's more of a glide, but I think it's a little too slow. I also up it to 6. Oh, I think that's a lot better. Oh, that's good. That's good. It's casual. It's a nice breeze. Now, is there a little bit of a stagger? I'm trying to see how, because of the way I animated it. So unfortunately, yeah, because I was using, in the program I'm using to render these out, I'm using Dynamics hair. And unfortunately, because of that, it looks like the hair does have a weird tweak effect. But the way I am planning, see, I wonder if I could just cut an no. The way I'm planning out these animations in production-wise, when I get closer to more polish, the hair, that little hair bounce will be less noticeable. FYI on that for later. And again, I'm going to be doing this so I can put shadows. If you like this, if you want to know how I'm going to put in the shadows, you like to see more things like this, becoming the professional YouTuber that I'm trying to be, a professional video maker, put a comment below the box if you have any questions, yada yada. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, you know what to do. And insert catchphrase here. I wish you well in any projects that you're doing, and I'm very interested in the projects that you're working on, whoever or whatever it is. So please, if you have projects too, find me on the internet. I'm all over the place. Bye. See you later.